Hello people of the earth and welcome back to QuickSaveTV. My name is Mike and this is me presenting you another zombie game. Like the previous one wasn't enough, I have another one for you, and this one is a much better single player experience than Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 you can kinda play alone, but it's such a shitty idea. Dying Light you can and you should. I really enjoyed it playing alone, but you can also play with friends in a cooperative mode, and you can play in a multiplayer, playing against another player playing as a zombie. It's kind of like a Left 4 Dead sort of thing, but not exactly. You're basically fighting a very powerful singular enemy, kind of like in the game called, I think, Evolved or something like this, where you had this massive ass monster that you had to take down. But I think still, the biggest part about the Dying Light that's great is the single-player aspect of it, where you have to explore the city, explore the houses, buildings, fight zombies, and do the parkour to reach the hard-to-access spaces, which is really cool. Now, okay, so why am I presenting it? Because I'm QuickSaveTV, baby. For every copy that you buy, following my link, I get a pretty penny. But if you don't buy, it's cool again. It's a good excuse for me to do something, because I was like, well, I was contacted by the good folks at the chrono.gg, and I was thinking, yeah, that's a good idea, that's a good opportunity to do something. It doesn't take a lot of time for me, because I played Dying Light before, so the only thing I had to do right now was to play a little bit of it, to record the footage and show it to you. Now, the way the game works is this. It is very similar to Dead Island, only better, almost in every single, actually in every single regard it's better than Dead Island. The original Dead Island was made by a, if I'm not mistaken, a Polish studio, and eventually the Polish studio and their publisher had a falling out, so the Dead Island franchise stayed with the publisher, whereas the Polish guys, they went ahead with the ideas and the core concept and the, you know, everything they had working, and they made essentially what is Dead Island 2, but it's called Dying Light, right? In the spirit, Dying Light is a lot like Dead Island. It's a little bit more serious, a little bit, not a lot, and it's better in terms of its role-playing aspects and things like that. In this game, you are accruing different types of experience. It's different from Dead Island in the sense that in Dead Island you were selecting one out of four characters, and each of them were excelling in one of the aspects of the game, right? One of them was a specialist in blunt weaponry, the other one was specialist in sharp weaponry, like swords and knives, the other one was basically sledgehammers and hammers and pipes, things like that. The other character was a marksman specialist, having more bullets and being able to utilize guns more effectively. And the last character was kind of like a scavenger, a survivalist type of thing. He could use alcohol to get stronger, he could throw things very well, things like that. Very interesting, right? In here, every character is essentially the same, right? And you get different types of experience. So you get experience for playing the game and completing the missions. You get the survivalist experience, which allows you to level up things like carrying capacity, ability to pick locks and craft lockpicks, things like that. And the other two experience types are the combat experience and parkour experience. Combat experience makes you better fighter, right? So by accruing a lot of combat experience, you're able to fight zombies better and able to basically force your way through things. And parkour experience allows you to develop more speed, allows you to maintain that speed, and being able to be a lot more mobile as you move around the map. Now, that's three things. The fourth experience is the legend experience, and as far as I remember, accruing legend experience is essentially the after game kind of thing. So once you're essentially built your character, you get the maximum things, once you completed the game, the legend experience allows you to continue developing your character, but I do not exactly remember how it works. Now, in the particular deal that I am offering to you, let me open it up right now, because I'm an idiot, I should have opened it. The Chrono.gg offers you a discount on the game. It's a lot cheaper than if you buy it somewhere else. I do not know if it's the cheapest possible, but as far as I checked, yeah, I think it is. If you want an international version of the game, it will work on any, essentially in any region, I think that's the one that you can take. And so the Dying Light, what they offer is Dying Light Enhanced Edition. It has the full shebang of Season Pass. I didn't play any of them actually. I just played the original game, and it has an additional skin. I think skin is not important unless you really want to play in the multiplayer and show off to your friends. But the discount is from $60 down to $18, which is 70% off of the original price. It also has a bunch of other options. Like if you can buy the stuff for a little cheaper, right? And you can select what you really want to take, right? You have the enhanced edition, obviously. You have the following DLC. I'm not sure what it is, right? Something about the main character, you know, outside of the original game. It's basically like a prequel, the way I understand it. And you can buy the Dying Light, the original game, without anything else, right? So, stuff like that. It also has some description of the game. I'll have the link in the description. Now, ChronoGG is a fun little site. It essentially gives you a stimuli for trying something that you wouldn't originally play, right? They had already the sales on XCOM 2, Killing Floor 2. My sister cannot stop playing Killing Floor 2. She's basically addicted to the game, but the game is really fun, it's obvious, right? Dying Light is, as I said, a lot like Dead Island, and Dead Island was a great experience for a single player. It was okay for multiplayer too, but I'm a big fan of the single player aspect. So if you would like to check it out, you would help yourself to a great game, and hopefully help me by, you know, purchasing it through my link. But it's not necessary, again, as I'm saying. It's just, you know, it's it doesn't take a lot of effort for me because I played through the original game and I thought it was really fun. But the negative of the game, right? I'm not going to talk a lot about graphics and sounds. They're fantastic, as you can see on the screen. But the thing that I didn't like about the game is essentially the same problems I had with Dead Island. Once you reach the maximum level, once you complete the game, you really don't want to play it anymore because there's nothing else for you to unlock. Once you've leveled up your character to the maximum, you've basically become an invulnerable killing machine, and you really don't care about anything happening in the game because nothing provides a challenge for you. And another thing I really didn't like about the Dying Light, I think it had a lot of missed opportunity, right? Again, in terms of gameplay, it's fantastic, right? It's essentially Dying Light is the spiritual successor of the original Dead Island, and it's great. But the problem with the game is that it doesn't develop the Dying Light aspect, you know, of it. It's just, there's no drama. There is drama in the main story, which is fine. Some of the characters are very well developed, very interesting. Like the doctor is fantastic. The sister of the head of the resistance, so to speak, is a great character. I mean, she's really cute and she's fun. But some of the characters are shit, and most importantly, it seems like the game doesn't treat itself too seriously, you know, and it takes away from the experience. Like it's something that what you really want in a zombie game is for it to be serious. Otherwise, it kind of detracts from the experience. Because it becomes this kind of you running around not caring about anything. And it's really bad long term for the story of the game. And that's something I didn't like. But in terms of the gameplay, in terms of the scavenging and crafting aspect, in terms of the fighting, you know, it's really, really good. It's really enjoyable. It's, again, as I said, just like Dead Island, only better. And from the original developer too. So, yeah. So what you waiting for? Go pick it up. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.